There are only 2 hours left. It's about your sister. God says there are only 2 hours left this Tuesday. It's about your sister. It's possible that she wasn't meant to see what she does this Tuesday. And your heart will know the exact moment it starts because something inside you will shake for no reason. And you'll feel the wind differently. This word wasn't supposed to get to you so late. But the silence around you made it hard for heaven to step in without first breaking what any need to be broken. Didn't you feel it last night? And that strange quiet and weight in the middle of your chest, like someone was sitting on your breath. They're talking, but not loud enough for you to hear. She's not the same person you thought she was. She does bad things when they are hurt, not because they are bad, but because no one can see the wound. Something has been hidden from your sister. Something that you almost found out once but didn't because you were distracted. You were. And supposed to know. A conversation is going on around you that you can't see. And if you listen carefully, you can hear parts of it coming back from the walls. In her drawer, there is a folded piece of paper. The blue one. You know which drawer it is. Because you promised to keep her privacy, you've never opened it. But you can't be alone when heaven calls. There is no wrongdoing here. This is help. God is finally telling her what she couldn't say herself. She wasn't going to tell why. Oh, you. Not this year or this month. It was going with her. That secret, that choice, that meeting on Tuesday. She didn't even mark the date on the calendar. She knew you'd notice. The message was erased 3 times and she wrote it again. Her eyes don't lie, but they haven't been meeting yours lately. You thought it was stress. You thought it was the time of year. But only God knows the difference between being quiet and giving up. This is not quiet either. She hasn't called you yet, B. 'Cause she thinks you'll stop her because she knows you'll come running. You've always been the one to catch the pieces that no one else saw fall. The pieces are sharp this time, though. They cut back this time. She also doesn't want you to bleed. You are already, though, right? You are bleeding in your heart. Not sure why your dreams are darker. Why is the room cooler? Why does food not taste as good as it used to? Your spirit is being reached for by hers. There's no chance about it. There aren't any more accidents. There is a man in it. That's what you thought. You could feel it. Still, it was never proven until now. On Tuesday, you'll see his name again. Not from her mouth, the paper, or the screen. When you see it, you might drop your phone. You might not believe it. She won't answer the phone if you call her right away. Not at that time. She promised herself she would never make this choice, but she is now somewhere else with something heavy in her hands. At that point, the sky will get darker. The crows will fly in a different way. Animals, even your pet, will act in strange ways because they know things you haven't told them. It was chosen for you to stop this moment, this road. Not someone else but you. Because your spirit has an alarm that other people don't pay attention to. Because you pay attention when heaven moans. You still think someone is on the other side even when you scream at the ceiling. Because you believe that this word is getting to you before it's too late, in just 2 hours, not 3 or 2.5. Her bag has something in it. The left side is covered by the bag. Look it over. Do not ask. Double check. She could get mad. Let her. Don't feel bad about it. People don't always want you to judge the things they hide. Sometimes they are screams that can't be heard because of fear, duty, or hope. She's been doing that, laughing when it hurts, smiling when it hurts, and making plans when she's about to fall apart. Even though you knew she wasn't, you let it go because she said, "I'm fine." The way people act when they're scared to say they're not. You need to talk to her, not with anger, but with truth, presence, and love that doesn't back down. Join her, not next to her. Put your shoulder on hers and sit close enough to touch. That's how the truth will show itself. Someone in your family knows but is afraid to say it. You can hear a name now. That's the one. Last week they most told you. They took a break. They looked at you for a moment and then turned away. It wasn't a mistake. That was heaven using their doubt as a way to connect with them. Now you have to cross it. It's okay to do it even if it makes you feel bad, makes you cry, or makes your family not understand. Everything will be different after Tuesday. For you as well as her. That dream you had last Friday but didn't tell anyone about was real. That was a see-through. You could barely make out the whisper and the person standing in the hallway. That sound was her spirit calling for help. You were getting ready before the choice was final, the room closed, or the hands on the clock started to move. It was making you remember something. It was hot when you woke up because your soul knew something your mind wasn't ready to understand yet. At night, sounds can be heard in the hall. You may have heard them lately. They are louder now. That's not making up stories. That's what Ion is. When ghosts scream and no one hears, God sends the wind to talk for them. There was talk from the wind. At 3:27 a.m., did you feel it hit your window? There was no chance about that either. Those sounds woke you up. And now it's here again. 2 hours' time does not go on forever. Some doors do shut, and the sound echoes through the years. You are right in the middle of a holy clock. Each check mark is a choice. Every talk leads to something. She doesn't know what you now know. She thinks it's light as she walks into something dark. She thinks she doesn't have a choice. You should know better, though. You've always had. That's why this message was sent to you and not someone else. We believe that God trusts you to act with courage and not confusion. There is a trend to how she has been acting lately. Close your eyes. The pulling away. The sudden goodness that was followed by being alone. The plans she can't keep, the things she's lost, the music she listened to over and over, and the notes she keeps writing in the margins of her notebooks. All of them are signs. She wants someone to figure out what she's not saying. You are now the decoder. What has been shown to you can't be taken away. She almost threw away the note on the bathroom mirror. She didn't. Not yet. It's what the goods are for. Folded and squished, but whole. Read it slowly when you find it. Take your time. She says the same word 4 times. That's the word her soul wants. To shout. There is someone else involved as well. An old woman. She's been making people doubt her. Making people afraid. Saying things to your sister like, you have no choice. It's too late now. That woman doesn't know that God is watching. But what she says is poison. Your sister has been taking them slowly because she thinks they are drugs. We need to help her. The cure for that is truth. You are that cure. A physical problem has not been talked about yet. She's keeping a cat-eye secret. Ask her straight out. The first time she says it, she will deny it, but the second time her lips will shake. After the first no, don't give up. Everything will come to the surface on Tuesday. It's time for the test, the call, and the choice. And if you don't say anything, the quiet will shout. Her mind has been on a thing from her youth. Even though it's broken, she keeps it because it makes her think of a time when she was safe and life wasn't so hard. That thing is what holds her up. However, anchors can also become heavy if you fall in. Help her figure out what the difference is. Tell her you love her even if she lets go. The person with the green band is her friend. She also knows something. She wants to help, but she's afraid she'll make things worse. Soon, she will look at you and give you a hint. Do not miss it. It will be soft. A line that ends too quickly. A moment that says more than words could ever do. That's the next piece of bread. Do what it says. There are only 2 hours left until the doorbell rings. Not your door. Hers. The knock won't be soft either. It will happen like a secret truth spilling out, like a letter being torn open right in front of your eyes. She will be somewhere you wouldn't expect this Tuesday. It's important. She hasn't told you about it yet. She is more afraid of this than she lets on. She has God with her, though. You have God with you. You're safe. Hands watch over you and don't sleep. You will be fine, but you have to trust him. Because what's coming will try to shake things up that you thought were stable. It won't work out. This evening there is a cry in heaven that is not of fear but of alarm. Michael, the Archangel, is ready. He has already done it. In the distance, things are being moved around, and plans that were made by hand in the dark are now being broken by light. A plan was made for her, but God says, "This one is mine." No one will be able to erase her name from history, but she has kept quiet for too long. In the end, God is showing. You haven't known if she's okay for months. There were clues, a missed call here, a look that was too long there. She quickly wiped away her tears when she thought no one was looking. You also prayed. You prayed in your own way. Sometimes it's loud, sometimes it's quiet. You didn't always know what to say, so you just sighed. But heaven heard every word you said, even the ones you didn't say. And it was those prayers that reached the top and changed everything. There are only 2 hours left. God knows what's going to happen, not you. You are being shown the thin layer that separates what you see from what is really happening because He is merciful. She is about to do something that will change her life forever. This Tuesday will not be like any other. That's the day when she fully finds out the truth. No more lying, waiting, or doing the same thing over and over again behind her back. This is the less strong, quiet break. People will need you, but not to fix things or ask questions. They will need you to stand, pray, and believe. It's not just about her. It's also about you. God says that you two are connected in a way that goes beyond blood. Before you were even born, there was a divine deal. In your spirit, you promised to be there when this time came around. You forgot about it until now. There are only 2 hours left. Time is crumpled up. The days are going by quickly. Why this season? Now you need to be quiet. Not idle, but firmly fixed. Say a prayer. Say nothing that isn't important. Don't let other people bother you. God tells you, keep it between us for now. He's getting up. And if you believe Him, you will see something that almost no one else gets to see. God's hand moving before the trouble can end. This isn't a punishment. It's a fix, a readjustment, and a healing that will look like it breaks for a moment. You are safe through it all. You can count on God. Do not worry. There is nothing that will be too much for you. Fear not when Tuesday comes around. Even if your heart starts to shake or you hear or see the truth in her eyes. You knew this was going to happen. You were meant to do this. And she was born to make it through this. She's going to be on the edge of something she didn't tell you about. A choice. A line that goes from the past to what might still happen. She will walk on ground she has never been afraid to ouch this Tuesday. She might also feel like she is by herself at that time. It seems like no one gets how important her choice is, but she is not alone. God is already there, ready to help. You'll know it before she says a word. A small part of your spirit will say that today is different from all the other days. This word will stay with you. The air will have a rhythm that doesn't make sense. There will be a quiet urgency not to fear, but to watch, be still, and see the divine choreograph. Why, happening right in front of you. She might not say everything. She might stutter or act like everything is fine. Take a better look. Listen more. Her heart will cry harder than her mouth. You shouldn't fix or stop her. Instead, you should stay and allow her to tell her truth, no matter how raw it sounds, because something is being shown, not just what other people did to her, but also what she thought about herself. She felt guilty about things that weren't her fault for too long. She felt bad about herself because of something that happened to her years ago. She was mad at herself for things she could not change. God, on the other hand, is taking away that shame like dust from an old mirror. You and she will both see herself again. A beauty behind the bumps. A fierce strength that lies beneath the silence. You will see her rise from the dead. You will see a miracle happen right next to you, and you might cry when you do. Not out of fear, but because you'll know for Sue. Read that God never forgot about her. Not once. Not even for a second. Even when she didn't say anything. She never gave up even when she did. He saw her truth even when she thought no one else could. And he picked you to hold the light for her until she can do it herself. She has gone somewhere secretly. A quiet place, a room, or a car stopped under a tree is where she has said things in her head that she would never say out loud. She said prayers, but she wasn't sure if they were heard. Thoughts she thought were silly. Fear and pride drown out the cries. But all of them were gathered together and put in jars in heaven. Answered and counted. It's now her turn. This coming Tuesday, one part of her life will end and a new one will begin. God isn't just showing what's been hidden on the outside. What he is telling her has been buried deep inside her. She tried to hide the calling, the kindness, and the spiritual inheritance. There is more to her gift, her light, and her place in the world than anyone has ever told her. You will see the first spark. She might say something out of the blue, her face might soften after years of being guarded, or the way she breathes might change when the weight starts to lift. Do not miss it. Now is the time. This is the one you were made to see. In the end, God is showing. One of the men involved was involved in the past, but something will come up again soon about him. Not to come back, but to remind her of what she ran away from. Not just her pain, but also her power needs to be brought to her attention. And God will make sure that the memory that used to bother her turns into a story that, through her words, frees other people. It's not just about her getting better. The job is her hiring. She is being sent, but she isn't sure what it is yet. After Tuesday, she'll have dreams. Dreams that are both strange and clear. They will come from God and show her what's next. She may tell you about them right away or keep them to herself. You'll know what they mean even if she doesn't. You've seen the signs before. You were ready for this wake-up. There are only 2 hours left. It's okay if things look calm on the outside. God changes don't always make a lot of noise. They sometimes come like breath. Powerful, soft, and hard to see. This week, pay attention to who calls or emails you. Watch out for who comes into her space. Pay close attention to where her spirit takes her. Patterns will break. Habits will change and people will leave. That's not rejection. It's safety. She is not being punished. She is being trimmed. And you are being put in place. God tells them, I gave you this job for a reason. You're ready even if you don't feel it. You've always been. You were the one I picked to pray for her, to speak up when no one else could, and to stand when others left. You are the one who speaks up, the one who watched while she slept out of fear, the one who had faith and she had none herself. Do not give up now. On Tuesday, she will walk down a path that you can't see, but your prayers will be with her. A medical fact, a paper, a confession, or a turning point could be there. It won't be a guess. It will be planned by heaven itself. Your soul will be at peace because you will know even if it makes you feel bad. You read this before it took place. You were told not to do that. But what's more important is that you were picked. Allow that truth to sink in deeply. That's not what this is about. It's about being there. You and God are there. You won't fall because of him. She won't fall because of him. He is still at work behind the hood. You might sense stress in the air. You might wake up in the middle of the night and not know why. That's because your spirit is awake. Heaven is not far away. There are angels stationed near her and near you, and they won't leave until their job is done. This is holy.